Now it's going to work.
That's what they always do when they're staging.
Yeah, karate chop.
Please accidentally edit this episode totally wrong and only include this part and then cut it off right as we start. Just upload that as the episode.
All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Scary,
Where are we?
But
Here?
Not that scary.
I don't
Here,
know.
We're
here,
on both.
here, and here,
Pretty
here.
sure. Here, there, here.
Camera
Can't
one,
tell what this one's
camera
important,
two.
but that one is. I know.
camera one, camera two.
So, it's been a while since we've done this. We do have another special guest tonight, is Rebecca Reardon.
It was me.
The last
So-
one did have a special guest.
It had two special guests.
Two
last
of them.
time.
Now we're back down to one, and the next time we won't have a special guest.
I mean, who knows? But this one will probably be kind of short and sweet because we saw Project Hail Mary,
Mm-hmm.
based off of a book by Peter Weir. Nope, Kevin Weir. Peter Weir.
I did not do any research.
Edit name to
Jordan
screen.
Peele? That's on that poster.
It's Jordan Peele.
Johnny Weir.
Or Christian Bale. Batman.
Honestly, I don't even know who directed this movie either. But,
Oh gosh, this is a
This
terrible
is,
podcast.
we are prepared. My phone is all the way in there. I have to start
but-
this over.
The writer of the book was the same one that did The Martian. So this was his book after The Martian, actually, probably 5 years afterwards.
Okay.
I thought The Martian was fine. I mean, the book was
that
great.
with Matt
but
Damon?
That's the one with Matt Damon.
He's doing the opposite of what we're doing with special guests, because he wrote The Martian, then he was like, I'm going to write a book with two characters.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, he did.
He didn't ramp up to, I mean, spoiler alert, but he didn't ramp up to two humans yet, though.
True. That is a good point.
Well, I mean, there was a lady. Who I don't know what her
there's
job
yeah,
was.
there's like 12
She worked
people
for
in
the
the film.
government. I didn't know who that lady was.
I don't know.
From the UN.
Okay, so spoilers the entire time.
She looked like not Bjork.
Do
You can't
not
talk
give
about this
spoilers?
movie
No, we do
without
spoilers.
Oh, okay.
without talking about spoilers. So spoilers
All
from
right.
here on out.
Right. So
Spoilers start at 0.
Spoiler.
So basically, the Earth is about to be eaten by some stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So everybody's got to go figure out how to not live on Earth.
Flatulence, I think, is what they called it.
Yes.
Eating the sun.
Yes.
What did they call it that?
I know. I can't remember what it was called, but
We find this out slowly throughout the course of the movie, while also he goes into space. He wakes up on the ship and then befriends a small sentient rock. And
Rocky.
that's his. Rocky is his best friend the entire movie.
in the book, it's very much just kind of not. He couldn't really describe him, and he can't really do the voice.
Did he call him
so-
Rocky?
He did end up calling him Rocky,
Oh.
yes. Or I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've listened to the book.
The
so.
beginning reminded me of the beginning of Carol.
Wait, is that show called Carol? No. What's the show on?
Oh, Pluribus.
Pluribus.
With Carol.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh,
How,
Oh.
like, you know, like, oh, this thing's happening. Ah.
Yeah.
yes. No, you're right. I actually didn't think about that. Yeah, I mean, the beginning of Pluribus, spoiler alert, it's literally the first 10 minutes of the show is there's
It's
an,
this
it's
planet,
an infection.
interplanetary thing happening. They're like, look at this pattern.
It's almost
Yeah.
like COVID, but it's basically
But really
Right.
bad.
really bad, and
Gotcha.
it's taking over people's bodies. And then there's only like 12
Well,
people.
it's kind of like COVID.
There's 12 people on the planet that don't get infected, and but then everyone has. It's like Unity from Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
But this is
Everybody
about Project Hail Mary.
Yeah, but Pluribus
So-
is really good. We never talked about that.
So
I really
the
like
thing
that show.
that's
I want to watch it again. I think.
the thing that's happening in Project Hail Mary is there's a bunch of microbes or something. They don't know what they are. They're microscopic.
Yeah.
And they're, for some reason, hanging out around Jupiter and then going to the sun and slowly consuming the sun. So it's not that, like, everybody's going to die or, like, you know, environmental problems or whatever else. It's literally just the sun is going to burn out, and that's going to make the earth so cold that all the crops are going to go away and half the people are going to die.
Yeah.
So they put a bunch of people on a
So
ship
okay
and
for
send
that.
them off to go
Oh,
try to
there's only
find a
3.
solution.
Right?
Only 3 what?
People on that ship, on the Project
Yes.
Hail Mary ship.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how they wake up. and-
Yeah, he was the only one who was like not prepared.
He was
she,
the only.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
She
the only
recruits
one
him
that,
at the last minute.
Right.
Yeah, he was not an
It's like a
astronaut.
fifth grade teacher or something.
Yes. Yep.
So I
It's like a science
propose.
teacher
I
that wrote-
propose we do this. I propose that we talk about what happened in this movie,
Okay.
and we do that quick,
Okay.
and then we talk about what we would have changed about this movie,
Oh.
and then we do that long.
Okay, go.
So he wakes up on the ship. We find out through backstory and stuff that he didn't want to be on the ship. He didn't want to go, but because he didn't want to go, they gave him some stuff, gave him amnesia. He wakes up, everybody else is dead.
They forced him to go. Like he did not want to go, but they forced him.
Does he throw
So-
up when he wakes up?
Yeah, where he's actually going is they have looked at a bunch of other stars, and there's only one other star anywhere nearby that is not being consumed by this thing. So basically, they feel like the galaxy is being infected. So they send him to this star to figure out why it is not being consumed. And then when he gets there, there is an alien ship that is there with an alien that is a small sentient rock trying to do the same thing. So they're both on the same mission, and then they have to figure out how to communicate
Protect
with
their
one another.
planets. Yeah.
Yeah, and the rock comes from like a really hot sulfuric planet, so they have to like stay apart. They've got to, seal themselves in their
They
own
have different
thing.
atmospheres.
What did I tell you that he
Yeah.
reminded me of?
Yeah.
From another movie. Anyway, keep going.
At one point, Rocky wants to come over to the human ship. So I guess it's worth pointing out that Rocky is actually a lot smarter than
Well-
humans are. So
Yeah.
he's
In the aspect that he can actually understand him. After
Yeah,
like
yeah. He knew what
10
was going
minutes.
on before Ryan Gosling did. Also,
Yeah.
it's starring Ryan Gosling,
Yes.
by the way.
Gosling
so Baby Goose is in his ship.
T-shirt.
And then there's, like Rocky builds himself essentially a hamster ball so that he can roll around
Through
on
this like goo tube.
the human ship. And then they basically just, to use a technical term, science the fuck out of it.
Yes.
And then, there's drama and tension and things happen. It doesn't go quite as planned. But, it comes to a decently happy ending.
I don't remember how they figured it out.
So
Science.
there's
I
these...
just saw this 3 days ago.
I forget what the name of what's the person's name that found out about the line, like they can see the trail of things going from Jupiter to the sun. And they're calling that a something line that would be really
yeah.
good to remember right now. Good thing we didn't do any research.
Yeah.
I'll write
I
that
know.
on the bottom too.
And they can see that's happening in all the other star systems, including the one where the star is surviving.
Right.
So then he and Rocky fly to the one by this star to scoop up some of the stuff to see why it's different than the ones in all the other
yeah.
systems.
Oh yeah.
And then, super spoiler alert, the tiny baby goose is able to figure out that there's like microbes that are actually eating this other thing.
Oh yeah.
So this is the one system where there's some life that's actually able to even it out. So the stuff is still going and like chomping on that star, but it's not actually diminishing it because there is a predator that's taking out the things and they're not just
Oh yeah.
running crazy.
Yeah.
So then they bottle a bunch of it up and they're going to take it back to their star systems to save their own stars.
Individual.
So how
Which they said that like, the thing was going to dim the sun so much in like 20 years or whatever, and then they act like this is taking them like 4 or 5 years or whatever.
That is one of my bigger pet peeves because in
I
the
have
book,
several.
in the book it
'Cause
it's a very the timeline is very much longer in the book, but
'Cause
this
when he
is
gets
so,
back-
like, Michael Bay or Jerry Bruckheimer just like let's just keep going. It's
When
like,
he gets
come
back
on.
with the magic goo, it's not like it's going to repair the sun. So is it still going to kill a quarter of all people on
And then how
Earth
do you get
because
it
the
back to
sun is
Earth?
dimmer?
No, because
They send those 4 things that are named after the Beatles, the Fab Four. They send
Oh,
those probes
yeah.
back. So they
yeah,
have,
he shoots them out right.
so
right
one
away
of them
from the
has to be able to
bathroom.
make it back.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's like there was like 4 little satellites
Oh.
that came
Yeah.
out of it. It was very quick.
And they went
Yeah.
just to Earth or something.
Those went to Earth, and then as he
What
was
about
trying,
Rocky's
he was trying to
planet?
save him.
He
ended up going with Rocky to back.
He
to
set
do
Rocky
his.
up. So this is all super third act spoiler territory.
Oh,
He
like-
sets Rocky up with his own packet of stuff to go.
Right.
But what they don't realize, because they're doing all the stuff on the human ship, is that the atmosphere on Rocky's ship is going to affect the thing, and it basically lets it out of containment. And he finds out that whatever it's doing is going to basically disable Rocky's ship, so that then he just floats through space, and because he's a rock, he's just going to very slowly die over thousands of
Because he
years
didn't
Right.
know
from
that was-
radiation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Gosling is like, nope, I gotta go save that dude. So he flies over to Rocky's ship.
He sciences some more?
He sciences the fuck out of how to go catch up with that other ship. Because, I mean, they don't say this explicitly, but it is kind of implied that, like, they've calculated the way to save the most fuel, so the straightest
Yeah.
shot for him to get home. So
Yeah.
they show him, like, on the whiteboard and stuff, where he's, like, triangulating, like, how long it's going to be and how to hit it exactly. Which is fine, because he was the mathematician doing
Yeah.
space stuff, so...
He did write a paper. It wasn't like he was just a 5th grade science teacher.
Yeah,
He wrote,
Right.
like, some,
this guy.
yeah,
It was-
well, I mean, he wrote some kind of super
was.
astronomical,
Yeah.
like, really great
As much
something.
as it feels like a as much as it feels like a crowd-pleasing, newer version of Armageddon in some ways,
Oh,
it wasn't like they picked up a guy like, well, he knows how to drill, so send him to that other son. It's the same universe as Barbie. They were like, well, he's great at beach, so he knows sun, so send him to sun.
And then when he gets there, they make him like a Earth simulator space or something.
Whenever, yeah, he wakes up at the end and you're like, oh, how did he make it back to Earth? And you find out that they've basically just like put him in a terrarium.
Yeah. So if you would change the music, it would either be like that episode of Black Mirror, where they have like those horrible Hunger Games and things, and they have like their fake places, or it would just be like, oh, and now he's in a zoo.
Yeah. Yeah, the
You know,
horrifying,
You're like, oh, it's so great.
the real version of this is he wakes up and then somebody's banging at the door and it's like Rocky in a spacesuit, so he can be in the thing with them, and you're like, oh, maybe Rocky came back to Earth somehow.
Yeah.
And then you see that he's in a big dome. And then the difference between this mega happy ending and the bad ending is that at the end he goes over and he's like doing this, and you see that he's teaching people, and you're like,
Oh yeah, he's
is
teaching rock babies.
yeah, you're
Oh my
like, oh,
God.
is he on Zoom back to Earth? And then they cut, and
Yeah,
nope,
it's-
it's a bunch
it's
of little
rock
dancing
babies.
rocks.
yeah, it's
Oh
cute.
my God.
And it's like, this
adorable.
is
It's like
this is
Ewoks.
Yeah.
so that's the mega happy ending. The horrible ending would be that he just goes up and like knocks on the edge of the cage, and then they just pan back,
Like 2001.
and you just get like an ominous like whom, and then it's like they're keeping him as a pet. Credits,
Yeah,
and instead they're
exactly.
like,
That would've been-
they're keeping his as a pet, but he likes it.
I think in the book when he goes to their planet, he's like 160 years old at this point, because it's such a long travel point.
Like Interstellar.
And then like he's like meeting with the great people
Rock
and all
people.
this. It's very much like a very slow, very
Right.
introducing and trying to figure. And
Yeah.
it was the ending was extremely rushed.
They
But
so.
I mean, well, what was rushed is how they learned how to talk to each other.
Well, yeah.
It was like you blink and like, oh, they can talk to each other. They know each other's saying. And of course, you brought this up. Of course, the Rock learns how to speak English instead of Ryan Gosling learning how to speak Rock.
Although it would have been very interesting to hear Ryan Gosling keep going. What?
Yeah. Yeah, and then just have
Just
subtitles.
the rest of the movie is just
Yeah.
whale speak. I mean,
Yeah.
you guys, in their defense, it is clearly shown in several scenes that the computer is making human noises when Rocky talks, and then making rock noises when Gosling talks.
Oh. Well, I didn't notice that.
It just stops playing both halves and just starts
Oh.
showing you all the English that's happening.
Oh, okay.
It does? I didn't even notice that.
I didn't notice that either.
The
I
first-
thought that Rocky just figured
I
out
would
how to
say the
speak
first
English.
5 or 6 minutes of that montage where they're learning.
Oh, they're just just having
It's
a
like
transfer.
you're hearing the rock language come out of the
take
computer
it
and stuff.
back.
So,
Sorry,
Director.
Ryan.
Yeah.
God.
yeah, I mean, there is
Sorry,
stuff there's stuff to nitpick in the movie. Like, I don't know when the other 2 people were supposed to have died in like the cryopods or whatever,
Yeah, why did they die?
but they were
It must
dead.
have been like a
Matter.
one-liner that I missed.
Yeah, they just didn't matter.
They were dead, but what was weird is that he had like, I mean, you could talk about the like allegory or whatever that's in this, but when he wakes up, he literally has beard and long
Yeah.
hair and like goes like this at one point, like when he's stretching, and you're like, just put him in like a shroud also, like big neon light that it's a
blinds.
Jesus metaphor.
He's awoken. He's awake.
But he's got that.
Yeah.
He's got the long beard and the hair, and he's like
right.
wet, like he's like sweating in that bag or whatever.
Yeah.
And the other two are just dead, looking like the day they left Earth.
They must have died immediately.
Well, I mean, yeah, that maybe
And
that's
I'm
the
like,
case.
yeah, but
I
I'm
didn't
like-
think about that.
But then they didn't look like aged or weird or anything. I don't mean older. I mean like they didn't look like they had been
They
there
looked a
decaying
little
at all.
moldy, I thought.
They looked a little pale, but I'm
Yeah.
like, this dude grew 18 years worth of beard and hair while these two were just like,
Forgot about that.
I might be
You
dead,
could see this
but I
movie
still
did
look
not
good.
affect me either. Coming out like thinking about it and like, you know.
I just also appreciate the fact that it was. I mean, I know it was based off of a book, but I mean, at least it's not another fucking Marvel movie or a Star
Yeah,
Wars movie.
Well-
for sure, for
or,
sure.
you know, it was somewhat original as
I-
far as
Yeah.
Honestly, like we
they
just
took a
went
chance on
through,
that book that was super sci-fi, something different.
we went through all the plot pretty quick. I would say though, like all the stuff with them learning each other's language and like the small things that they're doing and like whenever they have small successes, basically the entire, I don't know, I guess second act of the movie, which is
Yeah.
like, it feels like the first act. The movie is like 2.5 hours long.
It's a little long,
was-
but
And it
doesn't
feels
doesn't
like-
feel
It wasn't that
though.
bad, yeah.
It feels like the first act is like 15 minutes.
Yes.
And then it feels like the second act is
Yes.
like 2 hours long,
Yep.
and then the
Yeah.
third act is like the last 20 minutes.
I'm so
Yeah.
glad you said that because
Yeah,
that
it's
is
true.
that is also I was thinking it while I was watching it.
But those whole 2 hours in the middle, like you have the thing where he gets there and Rocky's ship is there and he doesn't know what it is, and you get that like weird moment of like, are we going to discover? I hadn't seen any trailers or anything for this,
Yeah.
so I was just
mean,
like,
I didn't,
I didn't
either.
know it was gonna be a rock guy.
yeah. So I was just like,
oh, maybe Ragnarok? It reminded me of Ragnarok. There's the rock guy.
Oh, the rock
Yes.
guy.
Yeah.
Well, and
Yes.
also is for me it was more like Galaxy Quest when he goes to the planet
Uh-huh,
and he's
uh-huh.
literally like
Oh, yeah.
hit him in his vulnerable point. He's like,
Yeah.
it's a rock. It
But he
doesn't
is
have
super
any
cute.
vulnerable points.
I mean, I'm sure they're gonna come out with little toys.
Oh, 100%.
There's also-
also
Little
sorry,
rock toys.
all of apparently all of it was all puppets. Like that was
Oh,
real.
really?
I was going to say, there's
I love that.
Yeah.
there's a bunch of it. I mean, there's obviously some CG in there when
Right.
he's hamster
Enhancement.
balling and stuff, but like that, it was very.
Practical?
Most of it was apparently.
Well,
it's much
I
more
still
Whenever,
haven't- I
so
still haven't seen the behind the scenes.
whenever they have the tubes between the ships,
Yeah.
and then on Rocky's side they have like that really thick like crystal wall that he's seeing through. All of that stuff on the other side, that's a puppet they're manipulating, like when he's banging against the wall and everything.
Nice.
And I thought like immediately whenever they showed the first shot of that, my brain went, that is a puppet, this looks real, this
Yeah.
is cool.
I know. It was great. Also, I started smiling because that first scene is awesome whenever he is trying to communicate with him.
Yeah.
And he's tapping on the glass and he's tapping on it. And
Yeah.
he's like,
He's like, oh
and he goes,
yeah.
oh, you
'Cause
wanted me
it-
to look at that.
At first
yeah,
it's a
that's
little
right.
rhythmic.
He's
Yeah.
trying
And
to
he's
point
like-
at something, and Ryan Gosling's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
now
the
I got
first
it.
time he does, so Gosling is like knock, knock, knock.
Yeah.
So
Oh, and
then
they do
Rocky's
the-
like knock, 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 like this is to get your attention.
Yeah, they do the close
And then he
encounter.
like points over and he's like knocking towards that, and then Gosling is like, oh yeah, knock, knock, knock over here.
Yeah.
And then it sounds a little rhythmic, so he's like, oh, you want to dance, and like, okay, we're gonna do. And it just gets to the point where Rocky is just going like this, and then he's just pissed, and he's like, behind you, and the Gosling goes,
Oh.
oh, you want me to look? And then there's like another canister of whatever messages he's been
Yeah.
sending him sitting right
I
there.
really liked that. That was fun.
Yeah,
I
that
also,
was
I mean, in all the close-ups they kept showing of Rocky, like there was parts of it that was like it looked like or like a green emerald something.
Yeah, yeah. It had
But
like
it never,
some
he never really had like
geoshimmers.
definition. But then
Yeah.
he also had like engravings on his
Yeah,
arm.
I
of,
forgot
like,
about
a
that. Yeah.
Map or something. Or
There,
it was really cool.
But yeah, it's, I don't know. It was really cool the way that language stuff worked in that moment where that whole passage where he doesn't have a ton of language yet, but the combination of like what's happening in the scene and like that moment, like when they're very excited about the thing they just found out, but all of his like physical body language just as like a rock with four like spider-looking legs on it.
Yeah.
The way that it's like hopping up and down, but it's not like, it doesn't look like a dog. It doesn't look like whatever else, but it,
So go jump, jump.
but the physicality of it,
It took me a second. There was a
Ewok
reference.
joke.
the physicality of it looks very excited.
Yeah.
And they're both excited, and then it's just like amaze, amaze, amaze.
Yeah.
So am I wrong? But I feel like sometimes it didn't. Like it had more than 4 legs, maybe. Or am I? Did it always have 4 legs?
It felt like there were 4.
There's
Okay.
like, it's,
Rumbly
Well, because he
things.
would always he would turn.
They were.
But he would
That
always, he
was-
would turn a lot and then
was like
use different
rock
appendages
times
though.
bug.
it
Right.
turned a lot more at the beginning
Yeah.
than it did later on. And I
Yeah.
think that was literally because every time you took a second to try to look for a face on the thing,
Yeah.
it turned. And I think they were very quickly just trying to do that so you didn't associate part of it with
him
being
being
a
a
face.
Yeah, like
Right.
he had a face.
Because then he has that thing where like he stands up and like it's like he's got a little disc on the top that's like flapping open and
Oh
closed.
yeah, that's right. I've heard
And you're
about
like, what
that.
the hell is that? He's got his arms moving around. You're like, is he hollow? He's got like a series of holes drilled in him, like what would be over here, the way he keeps facing, but it's kind of in his armpit. They never explain why those exist.
Which is cool because
Yeah.
why?
Yeah. you
He
don't get to
doesn't-
know.
There's no reason to know.
I'm going to say something less crass and say Ryan Gosling never describes to him why he has nostrils.
Ah,
So why
Yeah.
would he describe
Yeah.
why he
we have a
has
lot of holes.
armpit holes?
Here and then here and then
Well, all your
here and these
pores.
things and then like I can't
mean, just-
imagine like
yeah.
But
seeing that and being like, ugh, what the fuck are we?
Yeah.
Why? Why do
the-
we look like this?
they take a lot of time that I really appreciated to do like a bunch of space type stuff, like showing that they're using like the centrifuge motion to make the gravity. And there's just like a bunch of really cool shots of space.
I was a little perturbed, I guess, by his ship, where every time it needed to do a centrifuge, it was like it went out on these giant weird wires and it started spinning. And I'm like, that seems so problematic.
It
that it
seems-
would be like it would so easily screw up somehow. How it's out there spinning with these tiny little arms and then it like comes back. and,
Well,
like,
it
just seemed weird. That's all.
you see that in all kinds of stuff, you know, and I know it's a lot of it
It's
is
usually
just
like the whole. Oh, I just whistled really loud. That was weird. Ooh.
it's other sci-fi stuff like, you know, movies that are science fiction, so it's not necessarily the real science.
Mm-hmm.
But with satellites and stuff, they do have those giant like solar
Oh, okay. Yeah.
the
yeah,
solar
you're-
things that
you're
they open
right.
and whatever
Yeah,
else.
the things
But-
that- yeah.
But that said, it feels like if you're trusting all of humanity's survival in this one ship you're sending
Yeah.
light years away,
Yeah.
that you wouldn't be like, put them dangly little threads on it.
Right. Exactly. Right. But also, and at the same time, the way that Rocky's ship was designed, I was also a little upset by it whenever he went in. And it was like the whole thing was like an instrument. Like he's walking in there and he's like showing him. And he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It looks
and he's
like-
boop,
Yeah,
boop, boop,
yeah.
boop.
Yeah,
He's, like,
it's
showing
like
half of it's like he's playing the ship, but
He
but
just,
also,
like,
well,
he
I mean,
rubs
maybe
his
that's the
arm
way
down it.
is. I
he
mean,
Yeah.
rubs an arm down it, and then the whole thing starts vibrating.
Yeah.
It looks like the Tesseract at
Right.
the end of
Yeah.
Interstellar.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's just like he's driving a
There was a
Tesseract?
lot
What the
of
hell's
hints-
happening?
There was a lot of hints of that music, and there was also I picked up towards the beginning is some Fifth Element music in it,
Huh.
which I was like, I was a little bit excited
Interesting.
about because
Little
it's
crossovers.
it's a little bit of upbeat kind of, but also
Yeah, I mean,
like,
it was definitely more feel good.
yeah,
You know.
yeah.
I left it not knowing if I liked the way they spliced in all of the before story because it keeps going back and forth between like them in space and it's
Yeah.
and I know that they're doing that to like manipulate the like emotional beats and like does
Yeah.
he hate being there or like now it's more of a mystery
Right,
at
well,
the
they want you to
beginning or
feel
whatever
sorry for
but
him, he kind of got suckered into this. Like, he
Well, I
didn't-
like
Yeah,
how he
but there's-
befriended the security guard. That was cool.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
hilarious.
Carl?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Carl. Good
But-
to see you.
But yeah, I don't know if I would have liked it more if it was all that build up and then only the space stuff with nothing else spliced into it. Because I
Right.
felt like it did almost make better pacing for the before they left stuff, but I don't know if it improved the space pieces. I would almost like to see a version of this that is like unshuffled, where all the space stuff just happens in one long block.
Cut to this and me making the entire film with just.
Yes.
Stay tuned after, and you will see the entirety movie. With
It's a fan
the
edit.
winner- Yeah, a fan
All scenes chronologically.
But with some Jar Jar Binks mixed in somehow.
No, we're gonna put a
No,
bunch.
Misa, no.
Gonna put a bunch of those big
No.
lizards in it from the background in Star Wars.
No.
Yeah. Just every alien from Mac and Me will be in it.
Every time,
So
every
you're
time the
doing
two
that,
of
that
them,
means you like it. You like
every
this
time the
idea,
two
is
of
what
them
you're
give a
saying?
thumbs down, just also
No,
splice in
no,
Gladiator.
That means
No,
you like
no.
the idea. If you're
No
thumbs-
amaze. No amaze. No amaze.
What's his name from Gladiator? Just splice that in.
That's the one where they do the half thumb.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. Anyway.
But yeah,
I do agree with you on that, but I think that I think I would like to see it like that, but I feel like they might have looked at that and they were like, "Ugh."
how was the book written? Was it chronological or was it hopping around?
That's a great question, Adam. It's been a really long. I mean, it's been. I used to have a real job then. When I was listening to that book, driving back and
when
forth
you
to St.
listen,
Louis.
when you listen to the book, did you have the same reaction that you did after watching it, where you're like, "Gosh darn it, Rebecca really like got in my head with the whole white savior thing"?
No, because it didn't feel that way at all whenever
Yeah.
it was like that. I think whenever I listened to the book, I didn't really think about it that way.
Yeah, but it just made me think of that when you were talking about
Yeah,
him
but-
like getting out of the goo.
Right.
Ah.
I think it's
I mean-
because
Of course, it's a blonde white man.
Well,
that
he comes out as
saves.
Jesus. I think the one part that was over the top, though, was whenever he could first translate Rocky, and Rocky's like, "Thank God, a white man, we are saved." And it's like, they're they're just rocks floating in space. How do they know what a white man is?
at the end, did you see the one that had the beard and had a white robe? That was
All those school kid rocks were bouncing around. They had that
No,
picture
I
of
think-
Jesus on the
I think
wall.
also because it's in the book. It spans so much more detail, and it's just. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously that's just the way a book is, but
Yeah.
because you can, and the fact that even whenever I did see that it was, 2.5? What is it? So long,
Yeah, 2.5
and I
hours.
was like,
I
oh
didn't
my
really
god!
notice
I
that,
was,
yeah.
but then when I didn't notice when I was watching
Until I had to
it.
go to the bathroom.
Oh,
Well-
I only went 5-7 times. I don't know.
That whole big stretch in the middle,
just
at one
makes
point, I remember
it
thinking, this is like if Gravity had more of a story to it. Because it was a bunch of similar, like,
Yeah, we did. Yep.
special effects, and like he's never spacewalked before, obviously, because he's a school teacher, and like the way that he's tethered and like almost coming away from the thing and whatever else.
I
There's
forgot
Oh,
about
yeah,
all of that
yeah.
when he was outside and he was trying to catch the thing. Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry, that was great. I love that. But at the beginning of that was great when he shows up to the ship and he shoots that thing out and he tries to catch it and he misses and it just goes away and he's like, ah. And then all of a sudden here comes one that goes.
I laughed at that
And it was
before.
going so slow and he's like, oh, cool. And he just goes
I
back
laughed
and
at that
ready to
though
catch
because
it.
there's the line in the movie where the second one comes out and it's coming super slow, and I immediately laughed. And then Gosling's character goes, "Why is this one so?" They think I'm an idiot.
And I think that was also why I enjoyed him being in that role because he does play that perfect balance of
Yeah.
being like
Well, he's so
sarcastic
charming.
and yeah, he's boyfriend material.
He is
um,
boyfriend material.
Well, the other thing that's funny about that too is he gets all suited up. He catches that first one that's slow, but once they have really seen like where he's going in and out of the ship, once Rocky has seen that, it's like it might even be that second one, but one of them he gets all suited up to do the spacewalk to grab the next canister they shoot at him,
Yeah, I don't.
and
know if
he's
everyone's
ready to
clear
go,
what
and it
you're
just
talking
comes
about.
right in the door.
It's like right when they meet each other, they're like throwing canisters to one another
Mm-hmm.
to try and communicate. Did we make that clear through this?
Yes,
Bluetooth?
yes.
Yeah, because obviously if you have a giant shuttle pulling up to your shuttle, you're
You're like,
fucking
"Ah!"
terrified.
Well, you know the
You don't
thing
know
that
if it's friend or
they
foe.
send like your stuff through at the bank, and then you're like, "Ooh, a canister
Yeah,
of my
yeah, yeah,
belongings,"
yeah.
and then you
Yeah.
send it back.
I miss
It's like
those.
that with no tube.
Yeah.
Where's the
Yeah.
tube?
Yeah. No,
Except for then he
no
makes
pneumatic tube.
But then he makes a human too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He
Rocky
basically
does.
reaches
Very
out.
sucky.
He reaches out at first. He pulls the thing out. It pops open, and it's got like a solar system thing that basically is like,
Oh, so
if
Oh,
you're able
yeah,
to
I forgot
travel
about that
through the
too.
stars,
Yeah.
here too.
you have to have some sort of like star map, like a sense of a star map.
Right.
Yeah,
So he sends that little model of the star map to show like what he's from.
yeah.
And then so there's that initial contact with just those
where
canisters.
you
It's like,
understand what's-
I'm not trying to murder you.
Yeah.
Right.
And then as soon as
Yeah.
they kind of know that, and then Gosling sends back his version of the model,
Yeah.
so that then they've both shown that they're not trying to murder each other.
Right, which is important.
And then Rocky's ship reaches out and builds that tube between
Yeah.
the two of them with that like 3D printer.
Super cool.
It was.
And that's all cool.
This is the point in the podcast when we hear from our sponsors. Are you ready to come back?
Yeah.
Wait. Yes.
And we're back. So,
The horses are upstairs.
Yeah, there's horses upstairs. if you can
Okay,
hear them.
so also we're not back yet because of the
Nay.
horses. Are we really back yet?
There's no
Nay.
There's, but yeah, I mean, I kind of actually,
Find your words.
nope, let's try that again. Why is my brain shutting
Okay,
off? It's
here's what
weird.
you're
It's
gonna
been
do.
a long day.
You're going to organize these into real sentences, and then you're going to say, and we're back, and then you're going to say those.
And we're back. So, I think after talking about all of this, I kind of really want to see it again.
Yeah, I kind of do too, and I
So-
didn't. I wasn't expecting that.
Matt Reedy saw it twice.
It is,
Oh, that's
So-
right. He sat right behind us.
Yeah.
it is 100% a movie that you should watch in the theater.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's got the spectacle
Yeah.
of being loud and whatever else. You know
And
what
just
they did, though?
Gorgeous looking.
You know what they did, though? You said the thing. You apologized to Ryan Gosling earlier as though anybody is going to be watching
If Ryan
this.
Gosling watches this, please make a comment.
But here's what I'll say.
Come to Thrillsville.
If anybody associated with making this movie or putting it in a theater or whatever does watch this video, quit doing those fucking intro videos where you go, oh, you've been avoiding trailers for this the entire time? Well, here it is, as big as your vision can intake and as loud as you can fucking stand.
What?
We're going to give you 3 minutes of spoilers before the movie
Oh,
fucking starts.
I hate that too.
Why? Why?
Yeah.
Because movies.
I literally closed
Because-
my eyes and plugged my ears because I was like,
Yeah.
I've been avoiding knowing anything about this other than
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
dude flies into space and it's supposed to be good. I was
I
like,
didn't know anything,
I
yeah.
even listened to the book and
I
still
honestly thought it was gonna be scary.
immediately saw the.
Because you didn't invite me right away.
Yeah, sorry about that. Immediately, whenever that happened on something else, and like it was within like 4 seconds that they showed Rocky. I'm like, are you f***ing kidding me?
Uh-huh.
Like, why would
Yeah,
you
that's
even?
such a spoiler.
Like, couldn't you
Yeah.
edit around that and at least
That's-
try to make it?
because
Whatever.
it's one thing. It's one thing to have the trailers right now that are like, it's the number one movie in America.
Yeah.
Amaze, amaze, amaze. And like
Yeah,
now
that'd
it's a
be
spoiler
okay.
because I get that that's
Yeah.
playing on the FOMO of like,
Yeah.
well, you should have been there the first weekend, fucker. Because they want to
Yeah, I
get
hate
everybody
that.
there for the first weekend of everything.
Right.
I understand that. But when you have been avoiding spoilers and it is opening weekend,
Right.
don't spoil it right before you start it.
Right.
I mean, in 1979, or well, it wouldn't have been 79, it would have been 81, 82, whatever. When you go in to see Empire Strikes Back, they don't go, hey, welcome to the sequel to Star Wars. We spent a lot of time working on this because we know you like that second one. Hey, before you watch the film, here's a clip from it. I am your father. Okay, now we're going to let you see the movie.
Yeah, it's true.
Great. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. That doesn't make any sense to me either.
Get
Because-
ready
but
to watch Return of the King, where Frodo throws the ring into the lava.
He does it this time in this one. In the end of the movie.
Spoilers.
I actually would like to see that at the end of the movies because now people I think are a little bit more inclined to stay till after the credits
Yeah,
because
show
I think
me,
there's
show
going
me
to
the
be a stinger.
director's cut or
But
just
the-
like when you're watching HBO
Right.
and they're like, stick around.
but yeah,
or
but
like
the opposite
behind the scenes.
and
Right.
be like, thank you for sticking around.
Yeah,
Like
here's some
here's
Right.
a
little
couple
insight.
little insight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Or,
I
you
mean,
know,
it would
some
be-
numbers.
do that. Do that instead.
Yeah.
Because
that'd
I'm
be
already
nice.
there. Nicole Kidman's there already with me.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah.
why?
Or
We come
or
here.
if you want to
She's
hype
there for
it
the
like
magic.
that, the other thing would be if you want to hype it like that, be more, I don't know. I don't want to say sensitive. Be more respectful with your trailers. Don't give away your whole movie in your
Right.
trailer.
Yeah.
Then that beginning thing, use only footage from your trailer that is
Right.
no spoilers, and maybe, I don't know, have Ryan Gosling and the director and the writers sitting there saying, here's why we wanted to make this and why we hope
Yeah.
you'd like it. Welcome to the movie. Enjoy the show without
Yeah.
going. My favorite part was when I befriended The Rock and then we saved both universes by this thing. But wait, because you'll know that in 2 hours and 10 minutes. Anyway,
They did actually have Ryan Singer. When we went to see Sinners, he was at the beginning of the movie. And
Oh,
he
yeah.
he just talked, and they didn't show anything. But that was at Alamo Draft
director?
House, which we'll never go back to because their stupid phone
No,
thing
yeah.
now.
The bad thing, something happened with Sinners. We were driving to Sinners, and there had been some, kerfuffle, and I knew that who was involved? Matthew Broderick or someone was involved. No, Ben Stiller, and it was in Variety or something. I'm trying to tell Joe about it, and so I look it up, and I read, oh yeah, vampire movie. I'm like, what? I didn't know there were vampires. And so then I'm sitting there in the car, like.
And luckily, she did not tell me, which
I
was awesome.
didn't.
So
That
I
was
was
so
nice.
because I also avoided. Well,
Yeah, I didn't want to spoil it for you.
I mean, actually, I guess I did see the trailer, and
Yeah, but they didn't say it was vampires in the trailer.
because I thought it was going to be just like straight up demons.
Yeah, or
whatever.
just
Yeah.
like horrible,
So when it was vampires, I was
white
like-
people.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah,
it
yeah,
just,
I just
that
thought it was
is
gonna be
like,
bad
Right.
violence.
honestly, that's one of my favorite things about watching stuff on streaming that I've never heard of.
Yeah,
Is that, and if you haven't seen a trailer or anything and you're just like, no, I'll take a chance on this, or you might look it up and just look at like what the score is on Letterboxd.
yeah,
And then
And just go for
Letterboxd is also really good about like popping reviews to the top, but then having appropriate spoiler tags.
yeah.
So you just see like, this is really good. It reminded me of these couple of movies. And then
Yeah.
you're like, all
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
I'll take a chance on this. And then you know nothing.
Yeah.
So it's all that like brand new movie experience
Yeah.
instead of going, well, they showed the best parts in the trailer.
Right.
Something I would like to do is like have a little Ryan Gosling film festival.
Shrine?
Like just well that too. Hey girl.
She already has
Yeah,
that.
no, I would just like to watch several Ryan Gosling movies because I might be remembering this incorrectly, but I remember reading that he chooses movies that his kids could watch, or that he would feel comfortable
Yeah.
with them knowing he was in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I guess since he's had kids, honey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
When
since
did
he's
he
had
have
kids. I think they're young.
Okay, because I'm like, Drive?
No, I think after that. So, yeah.
Eek.
But it kind of reminded me, and you probably, I shouldn't say that. I was going to say that Joe probably doesn't know this, but when The Apartment came out with Fred McMurray, and he was like an adulterer, like people lost their minds. Like they couldn't stand it. Like, no, it's Fred McMurray would never do that. And then he decided he would never stray from the wholesome
Oh,
role ever
Yeah.
again. And then he was the father of my 3 sons.
I mean, now that
he
you-
was
Yeah.
the nutty professor.
well,
Right.
now that you say that
Absent-minded professor.
about Ryan Gosling, I mean, yeah, I guess you're
Yeah.
absolutely right because I mean, I don't know when his kids were born, but
Yeah.
basically everything that he's done since
Yeah, like the
has
Fall
been,
Guy,
yeah.
Barbie.
I mean, he's been in some rough stuff
He
before
has.
that.
I forget how much we ever talked about Barbie on the podcast, but just
we
to,
didn't do a whole review.
He's
just
so
to-
good in Barbie.
I mean, to throw it out there again, or for the first time if we didn't say this, Barbie is really good.
We talked about it for
Yeah.
we did our VHS.
and Ryan
part.
Yeah.
Gosling is
Yeah,
so
yeah.
good in it. I
He's
just
a dreamboat.
He is a dreamboat, and he's really good at beach.
Yeah.
He is. He's the best at beach
He's
in that
Knuff.
movie. Yes.
He
He
didn't
is.
even. Did he take his shirt off in this movie?
I don't think so.
Because
no, he had a
I-
T-shirt on
I don't
most
know.
of the time.
good for you, Ryan.
I don't make notes of those things.
He
I-
did dance though.
I do it on the opposite part of it because I'm always like, because I'm always, I mean, not always, but a lot of times they're like exploitation of women, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then, like
Right.
it's their clothes,
Yeah.
and then sometimes there's always that obvious, like, gotta pop that shirt off, guy. Ripped to the bone. And you're like,
Yeah.
is that necessary for this story, or was that,
Yeah.
like, just fanfare for the lady?
Or for the trailer.
Which is fine, but I'm just saying, like, yeah. So, but it's just, I don't think he did.
Yeah, I don't
I
think so.
literally
I don't think he even
care.
did in the, we watched Fall.
Anyway, where's your?
We watched Fall Guy.
Yeah,
Did you see Fall Guy?
I did not.
it's fun.
It is fun. I was surprised.
fun.
Because I
Yeah.
really liked the show.
Ryan, we love you.
Yeah, Ryan, come on the show. Or
I just
stop
want
by
to
the
say
shop.
real quick that if you watch Barbenheimer, Barbie and Oppenheimer,
Yeah.
it's weird to me that the depressing, existential, makes you feel bad on the inside question all of your life and your motivation,
Yeah.
one of those two movies is Barbie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where at the end of Oppenheimer, you're like, yeah, there's a little bit of hope here. And then Barbie, you're like, ugh,
Yeah.
ugh.
True.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. So
Oh,
what
I was
were
gonna
you
say.
saying?
So how are you gonna rate this?
Oh, I'm at thumbs up.
Oh yeah, this means good.
No, this is good.
Oh wait.
Thumbs up.
This is. It means it was a great movie.
I'm going to do this.
Double whatever this is.
Well, that's what he does at the end, because that was what, when they first meet and they're mimicking each other, and then that's what he does at the end to say goodbye to him.
Oh.
He just goes like this.
Oh, yeah. I did
I
like.
don't know. You're so much better remembering every single thing that happened.
Oh, I know. That's why. That's why whenever you tell me when I get on the podcast, I go, that was cool. That was cool. That's
Remember
because
that
I don't
one
remember
time
anything, and
when
Adam
Ryan
knows
Gosling did this
everything. So,
Um,
anyway, yeah, it was good.
Thanks
so,
for having me on your pod.
yeah, what are we gonna see next, baby?
I don't know.
Ready
Well,
or Not
what time
2.
is it? Do we need to go see They Will Kill You?
What is
I
that?
don't remember. I don't even remember what that is.
It looks like a combination of Ready or Not and John Wick.
Oh, well,
I don't think I'm down for that.
Starts off horror movie, and then it looks like she's like, well, I'm not going to die in this situation, so I'm going to be John Wick.
sweet. Maybe we'll go see that.
You can.
All right. Well, anyway.
I do want to say one more thing too that we haven't talked about before, and I just want to throw this out there because we're talking about spoilers and not. So I don't want to say her name right now, but my daughter watched Lord of the Rings with us for the first time this year, and somebody who will not be named mentioned Frodo throwing the ring in at the end, and then she was like, "Oh, okay," and I was like. Yeah, but don't tell her that. Then she's not going to think Frodo dies and it's going to upset her. And she goes, he dies? And I was like, I don't know. I guess you'll have to wait and see. So then, and this was like 3 or 4 days before we actually sat down to watch them. So for multiple days, like the entire day, I was like, you're going to be, please don't be sad when he dies. And then the next day I'd be like, why would they kill him off? He's the hero of the story. So by the time we sat down to watch it, she's like, does he die or not? And I was like, guess you're going to have to wait and see.
That's super mean and adorable at the same time.
Well, what's amazing is at the end of Lord of the Rings, he throws the thing in the thing, and you're like, okay, so I guess he lives. And then they go out to that rock,
Yeah.
and he's like, well, Sam,
I guess we're
I'm
gonna
glad I'm
miss-
dying next to you. And
Yeah.
you're like, wait, he dies?
Yeah.
And then the Eagles pick him up, and you're like, I guess he lives. And then they show him laying in that bed. You're like,
guess
is this
he's
his
dead.
funeral? He dies?
I still think that maybe even I did watch it again recently. I still have a weird feeling that is the last scene, and he did die.
You know what she says, though?
I'm sure that is some.
You know what my daughter said about it?
thing,
She goes,
isn't it?
She goes, well, he like dies anyway because he gets in that boat where they go to like elf heaven or whatever.
That's what I mean. The movie ends like 7 times.
Uh-huh.
I guess I have to watch it again.
Oh,
I mean, like,
Yeah,
well,
that's a
there's
lot.
such a long pause after they are on the rock at the end.
as people who have been longtime watchers of the podcast, that's nobody.
No one.
As they know, though, I recommend watching Lord of the Rings in one sitting at least once a year.
Oh,
You used to do it on Christmas, right?
yeah. I tried to. Well, sometimes it's RoboCop. But either way.
Die Hard.
That Stephen Colbert announced that he's helping write
Yes.
with Peter Jackson for the new
Yeah, that
whatever.
sounds
If nobody knows-
Lord of the Rings
if
thing
people-
that he's gonna make, which is cool.
If people don't know why that's exciting, go just type into YouTube Stephen Colbert Lord of the Rings trilogy or Tolkien trivia
Yeah.
and watch the clips of people showing up and surprising him with like any Tolkien trivia at all about Tolkien himself
Yeah.
or his
Then he
kids
knows.
or any of the books he wrote
Oh.
or any of the really weird detailed shit from like the Silmarillion or whatever
That's
else.
funny.
Yeah. And he
Stephen
knows,
Kolb,
Yeah.
he literally knows
Oh, that's awesome.
every fact you could possibly know about Middle Earth, the Lord of the Rings,
That's wild.
the Silmarillion, like any of that
When
stuff.
does he have time?
And he's never been to New Zealand.
Like they will literally,
I'm
there's
sure he has.
literally
He probably
people
has
will
a place
show
in
up.
Wellington.
He probably has a hobbit hole.
We should link the clip down below where somebody shows up and they're like, okay, I've got one that's going to stump you. And he's like, okay. And they say like this weird long ass name from the Silmarillion. And you're like, even if he okay, I'll give him a pass if he doesn't know this. Not only does he describe who it is, he like recites the 2 or 3 lines that are in one
wild.
book out of
Amazing.
He
thousands
must
of
have
pages.
photographic memory.
Out of thousands of pages, he recites like the 3 lines of the poem, which are the only place where this character is mentioned in any of the lore.
Well, that's probably why he's so good at what he does.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then when people are like, he's going to write a movie, I was like, who else would you get
Right.
other than Peter Jackson again?
Well, and his son, I guess. Right.
Get-
Is that what he said?
Get
Yeah.
Him
Peter
and his son
Jackson.
are going to
Yeah,
write
yeah.
the screenplay?
Get Peter Jackson to adapt it and use Stephen Colbert's brain
Yeah.
to pick what narrative arc you're going to put in it.
That's
Yeah,
so
that's what they're
fun.
doing.
I can't
Giddy
wait.
up.
That's gonna be great.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Oh, but before they do that, you know what they should do? They should finish that restoration of Dead Alive, damn it.
Ooh, burn notice. Peter. Yeah, where's that at?
I mean, or whenever.
Anyways.
Also, we should review that sometime.
I kick ass.
For
the Lord.
Somebody was talking about that the other day, and they were talking about Dead Alive, and I go, Lionel, your mother ate my dog. And I go, well, not all of it.
I haven't
Okay.
watched
I
this.
don't know if you can handle
Yeah,
that.
no.
Okay, the
It's
thing
okay.
about Dead Alive is it is the goriest movie you will ever see, but it's all got just enough camp to it that is like
Right.
not horrifying,
Right.
and it's simultaneously one of the goofiest movies you will ever see.
Yep. It's fantastic.
Because it's just, I mean, a bunch of it is
Wait.
just gross out
We
humor.
can't talk. Well, let's do a review on it. Leave a comment if you'd like to see a review of us talking stupidly about Dead Alive, and maybe even the rest of Peter Jackson's unknown films.
Meet
Not
the
unknown, but
Feebles?
yeah, but like
Bad taste?
less popular films. His first films. How's that? That's
Yeah.
what I meant to say.
Pre Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
Pre Lord of the Rings, and somehow
Pre-Shire.
So-
he's made what Adam said about that movie, and then made the best trilogy of all time. So
But in the middle was The Frighteners, so it all makes sense.
I mean, that movie is really good.
Question
But
mark?
it is a really weird. It's a weird
It's-
balance. It's a weird.
He
like,
made
right in the middle.
weird ass art house horror films
Yeah.
that were like borderline splatter movies.
Yep.
Frighteners.
Yep.
And then they're like, oh, did you see Frighteners? Give him Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Heavenly Creatures is in there.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's somewhere.
Right.
And then, of course,
I haven't
another.
seen that one.
I saw it. I don't even remember. I know Kate Winslet's in it. I don't remember.
Right. Another movie that is great that people always forget about, King Kong. See? 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 That noise is wrong.
Anyways, now that
Movie's
Adam's talking about terrible movies,
Come to Thrillsville.
yeah,
Buy toys, posters, buttons,
I'm here 10 to 7
sweatshirts.
every day, except for Mondays and Tuesdays.
Wednesday through Sunday.
And come to the next episode of Scary But Not That Scary whenever we do this again.
So you're
We're
plugging.
We're not consistent at all.
You're plugging the store. Do you want to take a moment to plug NordVPN?
What?
That like every podcast.
It's
or
the
every-
new. It's the new Raid Shadow Legends.
Yeah.
What?
It's when people do their commercial spots or their sponsor spots. NordVPN is a huge one that everybody does, or they do
Oh.
like a video game one, or they do Vessies.
What about?
Type in Thrillsville 25% off, and you
Yeah.
can get Vessies for a nickel.
Do you watch anybody play video games online? Do we need to plug Raycon Bluetooth headphones?
I actually did get you some because
Oh, they're
of,
great. They're actually great.
Yeah, I actually got her some
Yeah,
because
so-
of
Apple, those Apple ones.
We should just
hurt
roll
my
credits while we
ears.
continue to talk about
Oh, really?
sponsors that
Yeah.
don't
I
pay
will.
us.
Yeah.
I wore my Raycons today for 2 hours,
Aw.
and
I
it
got
was
those for you.
great.
What about that stuff that you take before you go out to drink so that way
Drugs?
you're not hungover? What's that stuff called?
Coke.
No, there's that
I already
liquid
promoted.
that's it's all of your vitamins in a sludge that you could just chug. Chug sludge, I believe it's called.
Ew.
Non-alcoholic spritz.
Oh yeah. And
From
Adam's drinking
Anna
some
Pavlik.
Liquid Death and Diet Coke. Whoever wants to be a sponsor, let me know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Contact me at the email address below that I won't put in. All right. Well, thanks for joining us.
That's
and
probably
we'll
enough.
see you- That's the exit music.
Scary.
You know what would be
That's
great?
scary.
You know what would be great? He's trying to end
Well,
it.
That was it. but
What if we
that was
just kept
perfect.
talking forever and then we just pulled up the YouTube like stats afterwards to see how long people would actually hang around while we just trail off and don't end it?
We could just make
And then just see like what their
jingles and see which one is
exit
best.
point is.
I mean,
Scary, but not that scary.
Or one jingle and we're done. And now I'm sitting here talking to myself. That's chaos theory.